Welcome back to another video. Frisian here. We got this 2007 GMC Yukon. This is my personal vehicle, and anyways, we're gonna get ready to make the long trip, and I'm gonna be replacing the transmission lines, the oil pan gasket, and I'm also gonna be replacing a seal that goes in the front differential on the passenger side. Okay, there's gonna be another video where I do the full rebuild of the front differential, but in this video we're gonna be addressing the oil pan gasket, the oil ring for the oil pump, and also the transmission lines. Okay, because obviously those years leaked a lot of transmission fluid. Okay, so we're gonna be addressing those two things. Another video is gonna be addressing how to do the full rebuild for the front differential, so we'll go from there. Okay, so let's get to this. First thing you gotta do is lift your truck up. Then you're gonna see that, you know, there's a lot of oil leaking from your oil pan. Obviously that's why we're here, right? Anyways, the oil pan is held on by 10 mils, 215s back here, holding the bell housing from the transmission to the oil pan. Okay, there's two right there. Pan. We'll also remove the bridge. This bridge is held on by four 18 mil heads, 15 nuts back here. Then after that, you're gonna remove the front differential. The front differential comes out very quickly. It's held on by 15s. Okay, here and here. And then on passenger side, you're gonna have two 21s. And driver's side, you're gonna have two 18s, right there, one there, and another one right there. And at the back, you're gonna have four 11s here, two here, and two on the other side, holding the drive shaft to the differential. And the last thing you're gonna be worried about is at the top of the differential, you're gonna have just a line for the breather. So, anyways, it is not that heavy. You can, you know, hold it with your chest when it comes down. And obviously not let it fall, right? But hold it down. So anyways, take that down, and then you're gonna have all the space in the world that you need to remove the oil pan. So let's get to it. Okay. So I remove one all the way, and I leave one with a few threads, so I can easily remove it. Okay, I'll remove this one all the way, and then this one. Okay, that one's all the way, and now I'm gonna put my knee here. There by my saddle, and then bring the entire differential down. Cool. There it is. You see? And then it's down. There it is. So now what you gotta do is just start removing all your bolts around. Okay? Remove the 15 that goes here, 10 there. There's a cap right here. It's like a plastic cover that goes right there. That's held on by a 10. And then on this side, you're also gonna have a 15 right here, a 10 right there, and then this plastic cover that's also held on by a 10. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just move it to the side, and then it's gonna be enough. Let's see if you can see it. Like that. It's gonna be enough for the oil pan to come out, to come down. Okay, you don't have to entirely remove the starter, so you can remove the plastic cover. You don't have to do all that. So anyways, just remove the rest of the 10s around it. There we go. There it is. So that's the oil pan is down. So the only thing that's going to be bothering you is going to be this guy, because he has to go right into that hole of the oil pan. Okay, so this is the one that's going to be bothering you, and this line right here as well. So what you want to do is remove both of these bolts that are on this other side, so you can do this with the power steering rack. All you have to do is just drop it just a little bit. Okay, you don't have to loosen this side, only this side. So this can lower down a little bit, and then it can give you enough access to drop down the oil pan. Okay, so next thing we gotta do so the next thing is just remove the actual gasket, take it out. Okay, there it is. And then right after that, we're gonna have, this is the oil pickup tube. Okay. The oil pickup tube goes all around. You're gonna have 13 mils right here, 1 2 3 4, holding down the oil tube, and then right in the corner is gonna be a 10 right there, and then you can remove it and change the O-ring for the oil pump right there. Okay, so we're gonna remove those and replace the O-ring, and then put everything back together, clean the surface, of course clean everything, and put our new oil pan gasket. So there it is. So this is the oil pickup tube. We got a new seal in there. Again, it's held on by a 10 here, and a 13 right here, and a 13 right there. Okay, this right here, I took it off just to make sure that the rod bearings were fine. There's zero play on it, so we're good. Anyways, we're gonna tighten this back up. These are 13s, and just put our oil pickup tube back in there with the oil ring. Make sure you do not bite it, or put it in incorrectly, and because it's going to leak and lose oil pressure. Okay, so we're just gonna put it in there, right in there in its place, and put the two nuts right there in the bolt. Okay, after that, just clean your surfaces and put your new gasket in there, and everything is in reverse. Okay, so before that, I'm gonna remove these oil transmission lines. All right, now to replace the transmission line, like I said, just remove it from here. Okay, it's only a 13. Remove it, and then this line is completely loose, and then it's gonna be this one and this one come as one. Okay, the only thing you're gonna need is these two guys, and a number 10, and a 7 mil. Okay, there's gonna be a 10 right here holding this line, and then you should see where it's connected right there. Okay, that's where the line is connected, and then this other line, that other line is connected right in there. Okay, so to access that one, all you have to do is remove the 10s right here, then the 7, well, not necessarily the 7, but the 10s. Then you're gonna be able to pull back your grill just enough for you to reach in there and pop the line out. The one that's on the side, I've seen some people remove the air box and all that, but you don't have to. Just reach in there from here, put your hand in there, reach all the way down, and just disconnect the line as well. Obviously, to put it back in there, same process. Okay, so let me go ahead and take these lines out and install the new ones. So the lines, they do come out. Okay, towards the back. You gotta work your way obviously back and forth, and then they will make their way out. To put the line back in, if you have the oil pan now, obviously it's going to be much easier, but if you don't, put them back in from the back, and then it's going to be your easiest bet. Some people have removed the bumpers, other people, you know, do this and that, but to me, I've done it several ways like this. Then it's always quote unquote easier to put it from the back here. Anyways, let me go ahead and connect this back in there and put everything back together. So we got the new lines in. It's tying over. It's already connected over there, and it's already installed through there as well, all the way back, and it's connected back there. Just to give you a tip, to install this section right here, I cut it off just so I won't be having trouble with it when I remove it. But to install it, make sure that it has to go through from up top, right there. You're gonna bring it down here. You're gonna twist it up. You're not gonna bend the actual pipe, but just twist it up, slide it up, and then you're gonna do back down so you can install it. Okay, once it's on the other side. Okay, so just bring it through here, twist it up, put it in through that hole, and then twist it back down. All right, it's gonna be a little tight, but it can be done. Now the next thing to do is just install my oil pan back in there, new gaskets. Make sure you put some RVT gasket maker right there in the corner, right here in this corner, as well as the front two corners. Okay, for the timing cover. Other than that, I'm just gonna put all the 10 mils back on there and put everything back together.